Hey everyone, welcome back to Simply Blessed Crafts. I'm so happy you're here. If you're new, welcome. Thank you for coming. And if you have been around for a while, I appreciate you coming back. I'm Tiffany, and I'm not going to waste any time. Let's get into these DIYs. DIY number 1. So here guys, this is a very simple project. I was having a little bit of issues, but that was only because I was stupid and I didn't plug in my glue gun beforehand. I would definitely recommend using some hot glue with this as well, just for the immediate hold. But I grabbed some E6000 as you saw and just put some on the very bottom. I am trying to dry it real quick because I'm waiting for my glue gun to heat up at the moment. But yeah, it kept sliding on me. But anyway, this is what I was talking about in my last video. If you guys haven't seen that, you're more than welcome to go look. I did a haul for you. But I'm basically just making these as little bird feeders, and you can hang them from the handles. So I'm just gluing them down onto these little cute plates, and then I put a little hot glue all the way around that and line it up with the back of the plate, and I just push it down. This is probably one of the simplest ones ever. I honestly wish I had some bird seed to show you guys how it would look in there, but I don't have any on hand, and I didn't think about picking any up. So DIY number 2. So this I've had in my stash for a while. I believe I got it at Michael's last spring. But I decided I was going to paint this some cowgirl coral. I wanted to get a little more color into this, so I gave everything a good coat of this paint. The only thing that I didn't paint with this color was the very roof of it. First of all, it was really hard for me to get my hand in there, but I thought it would be really cool if I paint it kind of like a wood color. So I went in with some antique wax, and I don't really show you that. I actually deleted the footage. You might be able to see it when I'm showing you what it looks like afterwards, but I did end up doing like 1.5 coats on this, just because there was a few spots. I had to get a smaller paintbrush, first of all. This just wasn't working. But yeah, after everything was said and done, that's what it looks like. I do go over it with Big Top to seal it all up. I do kind of want this to be something that you can put outside. I am out of polyacrylic, otherwise I would probably put that on there. So I did put this on there because you are going to have to seal your paint. This paint is water-based paint. It is all natural, clay-based. So it would it reactivate with water. So if it was outside in any kind of elements, it wouldn't last very long at all. So I am sealing this. Polyacrylic, like I said, or even some I can't think of it what's called. Anyway, anything that is made for an outside lacquer, that's what I was thinking of, would be better to seal this with. I don't have any on hand. I am doing this just for the moment until I can get some more. But this is something that I would want for outside. It's going to be a bird feeder. I ended up adding something at the end of it. Right now I decided I was going to just kind of de-stress it a little bit and put some antique wax on it just to give it a little bit more texture looking and dirty, like it's been outside for a while already. But I ended up putting a little oh my gosh, I hate when you're doing voiceovers and you just totally lose what I was gonna say. But I did grab a damp rag and I wiped the excess of this off anyway. But I ended up grabbing a there you go, a lid. It's the ring for canning, and I glued that down so the bird seed could stay in the ring and not slip out of the little edges that we had there. So that's what that looks like. Anyway, DIY number 3. And this isn't exactly a DIY. I mean, it is because I'm making it myself, guys. But this is actually something that I desperately needed. I had one that I've made in the past, but it is very small and it wasn't the best size for attracting attention. But is what I wanted to do is I wanted to make me a good sign for the shows and everything, to promote my channel, to promote my craft name, whatever. So this is what I did. I've had this sign in my stash for a while, and it actually is from Hobby Lobby, and I'm hoping that I actually did not pay full price for this, because it is like $18.99. So I'm actually glad that I'm making this sign for my own use and not to resell, because if that was the actual price that I paid for it, which I doubt, I don't think I'd be able to get much money for it. But anyway, so this stencil I got here, I cut off the little edges just so it fits in there better. I actually got these from Wish a long time ago. Very, very long time ago. I love the look of them. They are flimsy as all get out, which is expected from Wish. But you can get similar stuff off of Amazon and everything. I don't actually recommend these stencils. I mean, it turned out fine, but there are so many details in these little stencils that you can't tell what they are, because it is so close together and they are so flimsy. It didn't move on me or nothing, and it turns out beautiful. Don't get me wrong. I actually love the way it looks. But I'm going over it with some mint chip DIY paint. And if you guys are not familiar with DIY paint, it is, like I said, clay based and very easy to use, very natural. You can use it around pets, you can use it around children, everything. It's very, only has 9 ingredients. It's very very healthy to use, let's just put it that way. And I get mine from either Upcycled by Brie or by Unicorn Dust Designs. They're both wonderful crafters. Definitely go check them out. I can have their links down below. So I go over with this stencil as well. This stencil, of course, it has my the name of my channel on here. Simply Blessed is the main reason, but I really love these stencils too. I love the way it looks. It's so pretty. But I'm going over this with Little Black Dress by DIY Paint. This stencil I believe I got from Amazon. And then these stencils here I believe I got from Walmart a long time ago. This one I actually should have moved over a little bit. It got a little too close, and I was having issues with getting them lined up. For some odd reason, sometimes I have that issue. Like this one here, the A should have been a little bit down further. And my S is way too close to the side. So, but it's fine. Like I said, it's mine. I'm not reselling this. It's just enough to get my name out there when I'm crafting and stuff. I want people, I mean, it's one of those things, is I'm doing it for a business, so you kind of just need to have you know, a nice sign to promote your business. Here's where I put, look me up on YouTube. You know, if there are any interested people looking at how I do some of my crafts that I'm selling, so they can look me up. I wanted to include this just because if anybody out there is, you know, it gives someone an idea of, you know, this can be for any sign. I mean, you can use anything like this for any kind of sign that you want to use for your house or for a craft show or anything like that. And stencils are easy to use. It's not something that you can't, just because Cricuts are out there doesn't mean that these aren't, you know, functionable. I do have a Cricut. I thought it was a little bit more fun and you know, fun to use, and that one I got a little low. And that's what's really nice about this DIY paint. You can wipe it off really easy with water, and it didn't fix it. You see how it was still low? I don't know. Anyway, it is what it is. But yeah, so definitely, guys, keep an eye out for stencils. They're always nice. So here I take that other stencil that I used prior with the Simply Blessed on here, and I just wanted to give it a little bit more detail. So I'm actually got a paintbrush, a small little paintbrush, and I am literally just painting in the lines of this. I wanted the flowers and the branches and everything. So I took some acrylic, I think it was like chocolate sprinkle or something like that from acrylic paint. And then here I am going in with my Cowgirl Coral again, and just going over these beautiful little flowers just to give it a little bit more color and a little bit of contrast. And I still have not done it yet, but I do have to seal this too, just in case I have any rain or anything like that. I don't want my paint dripping. And I cut this out, but I am just basically going over all of the little spots to where it looked like this more cohesive and it's not look like a stencil. So anyway, DIY number 4. I recently went to Michael's and picked up some more of these beautiful birdhouses. They're fun to do, and a lot of people like this kind of stuff for spring, and this one I didn't think about it, but it does not really have anything to hang it up for outside. So I might have to think of how to do that here in the future before I take it to the vendor show. But anyway, I'm going in with Old 57. You guys, this color is so gorgeous. I mean, I am a big stickler for turquoise anyway, so this color was like phenomenal. But I went over the entire thing. The only thing I didn't paint was, of course, you see the roof of that little section there that I'm painting now, and I'm going over with little black dress. I paint that, and I paint the top finial looking thing at the top, and I paint the base in all the little black dress. I'm sorry that was out of frame, you guys. I'm just basically taking my time, trying to go in slow to get into all the little nook and crannies without me repainting. And this is a very small brush, and this is sped up 4 times, so I was going in really slow to try to get it decent. And I just felt like it needed a little thing, so I actually got this recently. It's Golden Rule by DIY, and I just went over the edges of that roof down there, and I went over the little top of this ball to kind of make it look like it's gonna shine. I didn't want to paint it gold or anything like that. I thought this would be a better touch. Since it is a lighthouse, it needed a light. But I didn't want it so contrast that it was going to you know, like be very bright or anything. So I did this way. And now here I'm just taking a dry brush and I'm just dry brushing some of that black on there. I start going in a little bit heavier in some areas. And then I go in with a wet washcloth afterwards to kind of just lessen up some of those spots. Some of those spots got a little dark on me. I also go over the top rim of it. And then I do go over the entire thing with Big Top as well to seal it. I didn't know I kept this all in. I apologize, you guys. You didn't need to see all of that. But anyway. I thought I cut this out. Anyway, there we go, you guys. I really did not mean to leave all this in here. I apologize, you guys. I didn't realize this was all in here. Just trying to give it a good dry. I thought about adding some rocks to it, but I didn't end up working out. But there it is. Let me know, guys, down below what you guys think. This is the final reveal. I hope you enjoyed all of these, and let me know in the comments which one you guys liked, which one your favorite, which one you want to create. All that good stuff. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. I'd greatly appreciate it if you'd stick around. And again, comment and like these videos. It really helps my channel grow. Any little bit helps. Even if you want to share it with some friends and family, that'd be great. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. And God bless. Trying to figure out which one's my favorite. I would probably say that it was the birdhouse. Bye.